Welcome back. In this video we'll see what npm, the node package manager, is, why you should use it, and how to do that. So to start off, npm has a website, and the website URL is called npmjs.com, and if you type that in and press enter, you'll be presented with the npm site. Now it's got an overview of what npm is and why you should use it, but I'll give you a brief overview now. npm gives you an easy way to install lots of different packages to perform various tasks for you in your web application. So some examples might be you want to manage user cookies, or you want to interact with a database. Node Package Manager will probably have a module to do that for you. So the search bar allows you to search for packages, and you can search for packages by what they do or the name of the package if you know what you're looking for. So for an example, we'll use Express, which is a useful add-on to Node.js later on in the course. So we'll search for Express here and press enter, and then we see a list of results. So the first one up here is Express. If we click on it, then we can see the details about the Express module. And usually they have details about how to install the module. So here we can see the command npm install express, which is what we'll want to use. Before we can install any modules, first of all we need to create a folder for our node.js project and create a package. So here's the folder I'm going to put it into, but you can choose any one on your computer, and then you want to name a new folder, whatever you want it to be, but the next video we'll cover is a simple web server. So we'll name our folder a simple web server, like this, and then we'll go into it. Now, in order to start a new node package, you're going to need to use the command line. So we will open up a command prompt on Windows as before by typing cmd and pressing enter. And now what we're going to want to do is to, in the command prompt, navigate to the directory of our folder. So if you don't know how to do that, you can use the cd command, which stands for change directory, and this works on Mac, Windows and Linux. And then just simply copy the address from the file explorer and then paste it into your command prompt like that, and then press enter, and now we are navigated in our command prompt into the folder. And then we're going to want to type npm space init in it, and that just means npm initialize. So we're going to initialize a new node package. So if we type enter, it will now run us through the list of options. So the first thing to do is a package name. A package name can't contain spaces, so we're going to call it a simple web server with hyphens like this, but you can name yours whatever you want again. And then the version number, which defaults to 1, so we'll keep it that as default. A description of the package, so a simple web server in our case. And then entry point. The entry point is how your package can be started. So later on we'll create a file called server.js, and that will be our entry point to start the application. A test command is how you can test whether or not the package is working. So our test command will be node server.js, which basically just means that we want to run the file server.js using the node runtime environment, which we'll go over in the next video. And then a Git repository link is optional. So if you've heard of Git and you are using a repository to store your server, then you can enter the Git repository here, but I'm not, so I'll just click enter and there's no Git repository. And then keywords. Keywords are what people can search for your package by if you choose to upload it to npmjs.com. We won't be uploading this package to there, so we don't need to bother with any keywords, so we'll just enter to leave it blank. And then the author. So the author will be you. So I'm going to name the author Adam Griffiths, which is me, but you can put your own name or put nothing. And then the license. The license is the license by which people are allowed to use your package, but since we won't be distributing it to anyone, we'll just leave it as the default. And then it will ask you if it's okay, and we'll say yes. And then you can see package.json has entered into our folder, which is the package description. Now to install a package, we can now type npm install, and as we saw before on the web page, we're trying to install Express, so we'll do npm install express like so. And now you'll see some progress bars and a bunch of information about the installation as it installs, but it shouldn't take too long. And now it is installed. So if we open up the package.json file now, I'll open it in WebStorm, but because this is the idea I've got, but if you've got brackets, then open up in brackets instead. And now, once it's opened up, what we'll be able to see is that the package has gone into the package express, has entered our package file as a dependency. And this is important for a couple of reasons, which we'll go over in a sec. But just to prove to you that that's the case, you can see here, dependencies express and the version of express we're using. So we'll now close it. Now, the reason why this is useful is because let's say you're uploading to a Git repository. A large project could have a lot of different packages that it depends on, which will take up a lot of space, and we don't want that. So what you can do is you can copy any files that you've created yourself, as long with a package.json file like this, into a new folder. So we'll call it test folder, like this. And we'll paste the package.json file. And if you had other files, you'd have to paste those too. And now we'll navigate to this directory in the command prompt as before by cd paste, enter. Now we're in that folder, and now we can simply type npm install without any package names and press enter. Now, no matter how many packages you have, it will automatically install all the packages your module needs to run. So in this case, it just installed Express because that's all we used, but it will install any packages that you have as a dependency. And obviously, if you have a Git repository, then this allows you to upload your files without needing to upload the potentially gigabytes of modules you're using. And also, if you're sharing your package between developers, then this allows you to more quickly and easily upload the files to someone else's computer without needing to upload all the modules along with it. Now we'll delete this folder because we're not interested in it, and we'll go back to a simple web server. Oh, 1 second, sorry. I just need to close the command prompt. There, so I navigate out, so allow me in there. And now we'll go back to a simple web server. Now, sometimes you're going to want to delete a package because you've installed it by mistake, or your code has changed and you no longer need it. And as you might expect, you can uninstall it by typing npm uninstall and then the package name. So we're using Express, so we'll type uninstall, and then Express will be uninstalled from the node modules directory and also removed from package.json. So if someone now runs npm install with the package.json, Express won't be installed.